Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and turn our pork chops now. Let's see that crust that's forming. This one might not be ready as yet, but look at that. That's what you want. Do the other side. Flip over this bad boy. This one can go a little bit longer on that side. So we're just gonna let this go. Then we'll show you what we got going next. So now we're gonna go ahead and turn our pork chop again. Look at that crust. This one is not ready, quite ready as yet. We're just gonna let it keep going on that side. But just look at that crust. Look at the grill marks. That is what you look for a perfect pork chop. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and put on a piece of butter. I'll be using margarine. Just gonna place that right on top of that pork chop. Alright? So what that does, as it cooks, it's not gonna dry out. That butter is gonna just seep right in through the pores of the pork and keep it moist. That's what's gonna happen. Just watch and see. You see it's already melting? That's a good sign. So now we're gonna go ahead and take off this set of pork chops. Just look at that crust. That's amazing. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're gonna go in with our last 2 pork chops that we have here. And get those on. Turn back up this heat because that heat's gonna be helping us get through this quicker. So while we got that set of pork chops going, I'm gonna show you guys how I make a sauce. A nice sweet and spicy sauce to complement this pork chop. Alright, so stay tuned. I'm just gonna go get my ingredients and show you how we do this. Alright, so here now we have our sauce that we're making. But what we did with the sauce now is that the same all-purpose seasoning that we season the pork with, we put a small amount of that in there, like a teaspoon. We have like a half a cup ketchup, some chili seasoning, cayenne pepper, and we added a small amount of gray sweet and spicy sauce. That's going to give it a nice even note of heat and sweetness, right? So we're just going to go ahead, give this a stir. Then we're just gonna let it go, bring it up to a simmer and let it go for about 5 to 10 minutes more after that, and then I'll show you the final product. So now we have our sauce bringing up to a simmer here. We're just gonna stir it one more time. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste, alright? It's good. That means that we know how to cook. Alright, so basically now our sauce is done, and just look at that. That's going to go like a nice glaze over the pork when it's done. So now we're just going to turn this off, set it aside, let it go ahead and cool down a bit before we do anything else. And then now, while this cools, we're going to go ahead and start our plating. So now we're going to go ahead and do our plating for this dish. Alright, so first off, we're going to go ahead and put our pork chop that we seared off on our plate. Alright, And now we're gonna go ahead, get some mashed potatoes, well, creamed. It's like a dollop right on the side. What we're gonna garnish that with now is just gonna garnish it with a leaf of mint. Then now we come along with our sauce that we would have already made. We go right over the pork. Spread that out. And here's our final product.